For 8 years, Larry Collett has been the president and CEO of NetGALAXY Studios, a mobile app and web design development company here in Charleston. And now, Larry's stepping down into retirement. I sit down one-on-one with Larry for a special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores, or listen to this interview later on the free Quintin's Close-Ups iHeartRadio podcast. Larry Collett, it's so good to see you.
It's good seeing you too.
Oh, I appreciate this greatly.
Happy to do it.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, when I walked into your NetGALAXY offices in downtown Charleston maybe a year ago, and full disclosure, you developed the free Quintin's Close-Ups app for me.
I did.
And I pray to God it's doing well.
Good.
But I left your office one day and I told you, I said, hey, I want to interview you one day for Quintin's Close-Ups. And you said, sure. And here we are. And you actually shared some bittersweet news on Facebook. Let me go back to it. It says this quote, at the end of this year, I will be stepping down as president and CEO of NetGALAXY Studios and sliding into the wonderful life of retirement. While it is bittersweet to leave the company that I poured my heart and soul into for the past 8 years, I realize that it's time to pass the torch to someone who can take the company into another 8 years with the same drive, passion, and attention to customer care that I have focused on. 8 years. Beyond the, obviously the business side of it, what does NetGALAXY Studios mean to you, Larry?
Oh, it is. It was a part of my life. It was, something that I created based on a need that I saw that the business community needed, and so yeah, it was my life. It was everything that I wanted to deliver to businesses, and most importantly, the care. That I think was the most important part, is making sure that we care for what our clients want.
You talk about the business community. As we sit here right now, what is the state of the business community in Charleston in your mind, from a technological standpoint?
Yeah, from technology, I think we're thriving. Ernest Andrade with the Digital Corridor has been a pivotal part of really making technology a common name in Charleston. And I've seen that kind of grow over the last 15 years to, you look back 15 years, we didn't have much technology here. Now we've got Blackbaud, Benefit Focus, NetGALAXY Studios, and many others. So I think it's really thriving.
And I gotta go back to this first paragraph. While it says this at the end of this year, I'll be stepping down as president and CEO of NetGALAXY Studios and sliding into the wonderful life of retirement. What is your vision of retirement?
Well, my vision, or I should say dream, is to sit on a boat somewhere. That would be ideal, but we know that's not going to happen. My boys are most importantly, are important to me. My family is, and so I've got, as you probably know, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I really want to spend more time with them. So that's my idea. Will I sit still? I doubt I'll sit still. There's a lot of things going on right now.
What are those things going on right now on the business side?
One, we have Charleston Leaders, which is an organization that brings leaders together to really interact and engage with other leaders to push that needle forward for things that we need in our community. But I also have a holding company too.
Oh, yeah.
And so my holding company is what I have investments in other businesses and ventures that I'll probably be spending some time with as well.
You talk about your family. When you made the decision personally, where were they emotionally?
Emotionally, they were very supportive. When the decision came about, it was a few months back when I was actually sitting on my computer at the house working on a project for a client, and my oldest son came up to me and said, "Daddy, let's play." And I said, "Hold on, let me finish this." Yeah. And so that right there was that emotional connection to, this isn't as important as my kids are, my family are. And so I realized the light came on, I closed the laptop and then went down and played.
That is so amazing. 8 years. What is that biggest memory in your mind when you think of NetGALAXY Studios?
Oh, I tell you what, probably the struggles of starting it. I mean, that was probably, I left the business world, 8 years ago, and I started NetGALAXY Studios in a home office in my apartment, my very small apartment downtown. And, just started from there. And it was the memories of really trying to, one, get this thing off the ground. Let's just see if we can make this thing work. And it was very fun, I will say that. And then fast forward about 16 months when we actually started getting business. So it took a while to actually grow the business, but those memories are what's really cool.
And besides Quintin's close-ups, you have a lot of other notable clients for your particular company. Talk to me about working with them.
It's been great. We work with, we're working with the city of Charleston right now on their app. But we work with some of the major media properties as well. So iHeartMedia, Nexstar, and Berkshire Hathaway. And those have been really enjoyable to work with. But you bring somebody in, just an individual, just a single person with an idea, and that's what's fun too, is to sit across from them and listen to their idea and start building.
Besides business and obviously NetGALAXY Studios, and you just mentioned this, obviously you're married to Rebecca Collett, who we love, and you obviously have your kids. But at the end of the day, who is Larry Collett?
Larry Collett is this crazy dude.
Really?
Yeah, that has no problem getting down on the ground with my boys and jumping and screaming and being really just outrageously silly. And a lot of people don't know that. My wife Rebecca will say, if people would just see what we're doing at the house. And I mean, we're running around the living room, around the sofa, just screaming and jumping up and down. And I mean, that's what's fun. I mean, that really is what's fun.
And no one's calling Collett?
No one's calling Collett. I am thankful for that.
Okay, let me get serious here. Okay. When you look at 2019 and NetGALAXY Studios, and obviously you're in the search for a new leader for that particular company, what is your vision for NetGALAXY Studios?
My vision for NetGALAXY Studios is to continue to deliver web and mobile apps to small to enterprise companies. That's my vision. I want them to continue to move forward, but most importantly, to help small business get into this space. A lot of people think it's expensive to get a website and a mobile app, and it really isn't. And we make that easy for them. And we've developed that process from first conversation to deployment. And so my vision for 2019 and beyond is for them to continue to move forward with that vision and mission. The individual that comes in, I want them to have the same passion. I want them to have the same customer care. Every person that comes in, whether it's a very small project or a large project, gets the same attention to detail.
And obviously, I hate to be selfish here, and I gotta pivot back to me because obviously I still have the app here, Quintin's Close-Ups. Why me?
Why you in what?
As far as the app.
I follow you. I follow your stories. I love what you do. I love just watching the interviews that you're doing. And we all live in a day and age where we're not sitting behind a computer all the time. So having an app where I can just, if I'm sitting in the airport, if I'm just at the grocery store and I just want to pop on, I've got it. I carry my phone with me everywhere I go, and so does everybody else. Now it's a one-click access to get to Quintin Close-Ups.
Wow. And you talk about that digital age. What is the future of mobile apps and websites in your mind?
Websites, I think, will still be around for quite some time.
Okay.
Mobile apps are going to, they're going to continue to be around, but they're going to enhance. We're going to see a lot more augmented and virtual reality. So we're going to be able to take these small devices, hook up headsets, or even just glasses, and really be able to interact with the app that we're working with. and immerse ourselves into virtual worlds. And so that's going to be, you're going to see a lot of that coming about. Google and Apple both have invested a lot of money and research into virtual and augmented reality, and more so the augmented side.
Right.
So augmented is taking real world and augmenting something in it. And Pokemon Go is one of those that really help push that needle forward. And so we're going to see about 80% of that space of augmented.
Wow, that's so good to hear.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, Larry Collett, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
I'm always happy to do it.
Oh, thank you greatly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
You're welcome.